I'm Gil Martin, and welcome everybody to the Daily Packers Post, where we bring you in-depth daily coverage of your Green Bay Packers. We have new episodes dropping Monday through Friday, so make sure you hit like and the subscribe button so you get new episodes as soon as they drop. Today, we're going to discuss what we know from the Packers pre-draft visits, and we're going to focus on players who are ranked by the consensus either in the first or second round of the draft. And mostly we're going to study what it tells us about Brian Gutekunst's thought process, his intention, and the positions that he's concentrating on. And there are really four positions where he really visited with players with first or second round grades, according to the consensus. And the most popular one by far has been edge rusher. And if you think about it, while edge is indeed an important need, it's a premium position. It's also a position that if you don't draft it in the first round, your chances of getting an elite edge rusher go down significantly. Now, the Packers have had pre-draft visits with three highly rated edge rushers. They include Shamar Stewart out of Texas A&M, most likely a guy the Packers would have to trade up to get. He has all the natural tools you can imagine, but he remains raw, needs to work on his technique a little bit. A lot of scouts even said they remind him of Rashawn Gary, which is kind of interesting, in that he may need some time before he's able to start. The next prospect that the Packers had a pre-draft meeting with as an edge rusher, Michael Williams of Georgia. He doesn't have the relative athletic score that just knocks you off your feet, but at the same time, he may be able to get to the Packers at 23. He had an ankle injury last year that may cause teams to hesitate before selecting him early. He plays the run well and gets pressure on the passer. We'll see if Williams is still available at 23. And then the third one is James Pierce Jr. out of Tennessee. Weighs just 243 pounds, so light compared to what the Packers typically prefer at the position. But he has excellent speed and burst, very good pass rushing technique. But because of his lack of bulk, he is a liability against the run. Again, may not be on the board by 23. The Packers may have to trade up, but edge is the number one position that the Packers have met with some elite prospects before the draft. The second most popular position is wide receiver. And again, they haven't selected a wide receiver in the first round since 2002, when Javon Walker was selected. Gutekunst has indicated that, even though that is the case, that it's been 23 years since the Packers picked a first-round receiver, they're not adverse to it. And the first player they had a meeting with, Matthew Golden of Texas. They like versatility in their receiving core. Golden can play both the perimeter and the slot. He also has experience as a return specialist, so that could give the Packers some other options there. Needs to polish his route running a little bit, but he is a bona fide first-round talent, and he could develop quickly into a go-to receiver. And then Emeka Egbuka of Ohio State is another player the Packers have already had a meeting with. A lot of scouts say that he reminds them of Jackson Smith-Njigba, and that's someone the Packers were allegedly interested in a year ago. He runs very precise patterns, has deep speed, and the other good thing about Egbuka, scouts think he could step right in. Now, he's never been a number one receiver at Ohio State, been more of a number two. So how does that affect his ability to make the jump to the NFL quickly? And he needs to work on his intermediate routes. The short routes are good. The long routes are good. But basically those intermediate routes, he has a little more trouble separating there. So that's something to keep an eye on. But overall, an excellent possible Packer if he's still on the board at 23. And then two other players with first or second round grades from the consensus board. Offensive tackle Josh Simmons, 6'5", 310, another Ohio State product. Missed time due to a knee injury last year. You love his tools. He can handle both speed rushers and bull rushers, can also play guard as well as tackle. Before the injury, a lot of people had him in their top 15, but maybe the injury allows him to fall to 23 where the Packers are picking. And then one cornerback they've already met with, Siobhan Revell Jr., the East Carolina product, viewed as a second-round pick by most scouts, 6'2", and runs a 4.37 40, a very physical player. In fact, he may have to learn what he can get away with and what he can't get away with at the NFL level, or he may see a lot of flags initially. Coming off an ACL injury, needs to work on his technique, but the size, the speed, the skill is there, but he may need a little bit more time to develop into a top NFL player. So those are the players the Packers have met with so far. Let me know if you have a favorite on this list. Always interested to hear from you and what your take is and what position maybe you feel the Packers should address first in the 2025 NFL Draft, which again will be in Green Bay for the first time ever later this month. Don't forget to check out our website at thepackerspost.com. We've got articles there Monday through Saturday, including a history article every Saturday discussing some of the great players and moments in Packer history. Hit the like button, hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Daily Packers Post. I'm Gil Martin. Have a great day, everybody. And of course, go Pack Go.